So, good morning, everybody. So today I'm going to present about the control panel. So, if you know, have you used ever the control panel ever? So, first of all, what is a control panel? So, the control panel is basically a Windows utility that is used to manage different system settings. So, if you want to open it, just press Windows or type in control and plus enter. There you go, you have opened the control panel. You can also search for it by as well, like the MOMN. Also, you can also open it in the command prompt, also the same command. This will open the control panel. So there are various views. Mainly there are category views like this, and there is the large icon view. The small icon view, the basically same as the large icon view, but it is just smaller. Primarily about 9 categories, ranging from system and security, user account, network and internet, appearance and personalization, hardware and sound, clock and vision, ease of access, and program. So I won't be going too much deeper into it, but I will just be covering the basic and then like the stuff that people you actually. So the first setting, system and security. So as the name suggests, it is setting for the various security purposes. So system and security basically helps the computer and manage different system functions. For example, like Windows update, like power option, etc. For example, I will go to this option called power option. So what does it do? So it allows me to change my power option from balance to ultimate performance and back and forth. So you can also change plan setting, after how much time you're gonna turn off your display, after how much time you're gonna complete sleep. I personally put it to never because I don't like the computer going to sleep anytime. And you can also do what does when you close your lid, what does happen when you press a power button, what does that so when you close the lid, you can set it to do nothing, directly shut down or sleep. Sleep is generally recommended here if you use a laptop user, but this option is not very permissible, but for desktop users, in my opinion. So this option is also present in hardware and sound, but other option includes security and maintenance, which is for recovery. Here, you can do different recovery. So if I press recovery, I can create a recovery die, create a restore point, configuration. So a restore point is the point that like backups the entire system, and if something goes wrong, you can like restore it to the previous state. It's like there's a Linux equivalent of this is I guess shift equal the Linux equivalent of the system restore. So the next option is Windows Firewall. So basically Windows Firewall access is rooted here. MC can prevent hackers from gaining access to computer to the network or internet. So I'm currently connected to a private network. So what does it do? It blocks all connection apps that are not listed in Alert. So basically, firewall also allows me to, let's say, I want the app to not have internet access as well. I can do that here, basically. So if I go back, save copies of the file and file list. This file list is save copies of the file so you can get back it. So basically, like Git. So backup and restore Windows 7. So this allows you to create a system image. Create a system image too. So system image is the copy of the required for Windows. It also can understand representation community for hardware computer software. However, you can choose individual or interpreters. System have some lost value in the system, but if you want to like say revert the OS completely, then you will use system to that. So the next important category you will use very much is user account. So there are two main options in user account. One is you can add a user account. So if you go to user account, so this, for example, this is my user account Neo. So I can manage another one and add in a user account. So this will open the Windows 11 setting app. So like most of the setting in the control panel have been migrated to the Windows setting app. So the fragmentation is there, but control panel is generally preferred because it's more advanced, and the stuff there generally the same while setting up, like if you just look at the setting of the Windows 10 and Windows 11, it's like a vastly in the like the change very much. And the next version of Windows 12, or like the upcoming Z builds, S2 builds, they are obviously going to change it very much furtherly. So I click on add account, it will ask for my Microsoft account to add a new account. You can also switch by somewhere, but I'm not going to do it here now. About credential managers. So what is the credential manager? So credential manager is like your universal.env file. So for example, when you are like making a project, use a.env file to put all the APIs and the stuff. So Windows credential manager is basically like that. So for example, if you like, for example, let's say logging into your Git. Okay, so if you have Git login here, it will say as the window. As you can see, after my Git has been logged, it shows in my credential. Okay, so it shows my name and password. I can edit it. Okay, so I'm not going to show. Let's go to network and internet. So the purpose of network and internet is to basically control network connection. For example, like setting network setting, internet option. So basically, this section allows users to configure and troubleshoot internet and network connection. For example, I don't think I'll be doing this now. So let me just go to, let's say, connect a network. So with my Windows 11 setting where I can connect all the network. Or let's say I wanna view network status and so let's say this was the name of a network and what I'm connected by. So I'm connected by Wi-Fi. So I can see the name of the Wi-Fi, how long I've been connecting to the maximum speed and the speed I'm getting and everything. It is in bytes, so you have to convert it. So let's see, I can also see my, driver adapter, name server, and this is cloud for DNS. That's it basically. So I can also view the Wi-Fi password from here to the elbow. On the select. So I can change adapter options. For example, this is my Ethernet cable, which is not correct, and this is my Wi-Fi, and this. So if I disable this network device, it will stop working. Let me quickly disable it. So I can test it. Yeah. So you see, it is not working because I have disabled it. So now re-enable this. It will take a time, so I'm gonna wait a bit. So it is now the internet is working. Browsing history and cookie. I can simply click on delete. It will show all the options here. So let me only pick my history. Let's say delete it. So it will be deleted, but I don't recommend it. So the next option is hardware and sound. So the purpose of it is to manage various connected devices. For example, like if you ever use a printer, you have to go to manage an area from that audio options, speaker, mouse, keyboard, everything like basically. So the main tool you have to use here is called device manager. So this device manager. Okay, so if you click on it, it will show all the device that is connected to your device. For example, if I go to audio and input devices, so this is my microphone, okay? So if I disable this it will stop working, like I was showing in the previous network example. I'm going to the I'm recording. So let's say sometimes your keyboard might not be working or mouse not working. If you have to simply click on it, right click on the update driver, search automatically for the driver, or you have to make to Windows update to fix it, okay? So the other option is mouse. So for example, this you can like speed, increase the speed. So let me make it like also it become like really fast. I'm not going to do that. Do like that. So next is sound. So for example, this is my speaker, this is my headphone, and these are my microphone. So this is not so same way like that before. I can go to the speaker, I can disable it or consider it the default device, or I can, so let's say I go to recording and I can disable my microphone like it showed in the device manager. So next is Windows mobility tool. So this basically is like, if you seen this is the like the Windows 7 Windows 7 primary like the mobility tools. Currently the mobility tool something looks like this. So when there's Windows 7 it look like this, something like this. So I can change my brightness, I can change my volume. So I don't think it's going to be if visible in your screen recording, so I can change my performance. For some reason my battery is showing at 0, so that so I can connect through display. I can, if I have a HDMI plugin, I can set it to the extended display or like a mirror display, etc. So next is programs. So what this actually the place where you like uninstall a program. So for example, let's say it basically allows you to manage install software. For example, you can install programs, uninstall apps, default apps. So the programs section helps user control install application. For example, I go to uninstall a program. If let's say I want to uninstall, I click on the app, basically click on uninstall, click next, uninstall, and boom, your app is uninstalled. So the next is turn Windows feature on and off. So these are basically optional feature, which some of them are turned on by default, but most of them. And for example, this .NET is used for various Windows application for running. Let me go to let's say one tunnel, which is Windows Soft System for Linux. So basically, this allows you to run Linux distro on Windows. So this is the optional feature which is not turned on by default. So you can turn on the features like that here. So for me, it is not opening. Okay, it opened. So this is, I guess, Ubuntu. Yeah, but this is Ubuntu. So you can use various features like this. Symmetrics here. Just run. So you can view in your install update. So for example, I have this Windows update. I can delete it, which I'm not going to, because reverting update is I think a dangerous task in itself. So can run program made for previous version of Windows. So this is basically compatibility issues. So sometimes the app which have not been updated in a long time, they don't run properly on your Windows. So you can troubleshoot that from here. So you can do next. Okay, so we will detect issue and fix it. So default program. So what does default program do? For example, let's say I have so let's say I have this, in screenshot. So by default, when I open them, it's going to be opened by Windows Photos Viewer. So this is me installing like into iOS. So it's same thing. I can press on default option. So it also default, for example, of Firefox. I can see it all HTML file to be opened by Firefox. So that's how when I open our HTML file, it will open on Firefox. So Firefox in our status my default, I can say this as default. So that's the here. So next section is appearance and personalization. So the purpose of this is basically change the look of Windows. Example, themes, font, display setting, taskbar setting. So basically this section allows you to customize the appearance of your computer. So for example, let's go to taskbar and navigation. So it will open my task. For example, my taskbar looks like something like this. It is not very manual. So for example, this is search icon which comes here. So I have hidden it. So let me add it here. So our search icon will show here. So let me make this one. Let's hide it. I don't like it. So you can also customize other system to show here. For example, let's say I turn on OBS. So here it will show OBS and it is recording my screen too. SS
Always
center.
scan this section.
So basically, these are various accessibility settings. For example, one would be useful is, for example, this magnifier
Start
option.
magnifier.
So this magnifier allows me to zoom anywhere. So I can set it to like I can zoom here. So if I'm on the
Start
space,
narrator.
escape. So I can start narrator, which will do everything in this
Start on screen keyboard.
So there is now on the screen keyboard which is set up. This is open on screen keyboard which will allow me to search from here. And show like then for example, let's say turn off this show drive letter. I simply apply it. I go to my Fire Explorer. It won't show drive letter next to it, but let's say I turn on it. So let's say I see my drive letter with the C drive, E drive. So that's useful. Next is fonts. So basically this allows you to add new fonts, customize new font, change the font settings and etc. So you can delete font. So if I don't want this, I can like delete, I can preview it. Okay, so by when it preview a font, if you always print this text, the quick brown frogs comes over the editors as it contains like every single letter in like one sentence, every single letter of the English language in one sentence. So next is ease of access. I mean clock and region. So basically it's to control time and language setting. So for example, let's say I want to change my time zone. So I click here in my time zone, change it, and I can like manually change it to, let's say click on change my time zone. It's currently set it to Kathmandu. I can, for example, make it Seoul of, I think guess it's Korea. So my time has been changed to 8:02 p.m. So let me again change it to Kathmandu, which is going to be 5:45. So okay. So my time has been updated. So When sometimes when you change your time zone, it doesn't get automatically updated. So you have to click on internet and click change settings, click on update now. It will be updated. So right now it is 10:30 at the night. So is everything about the control panel. Now is LFS. So basically you already seen it.
Always scan this section.
See to the same thing which I also see anything. So what was it? It's getting guessed. So LFS was also in appearance and personalization. So that's basically it. Control panel, everything will go to and one else you can go into, like for example if keyboard, you can go to device manager, index, phone and modem. It's window for some is suppose phones, it's in the Windows tools already. So last thing all it will do is Windows 2 will just open this family and share you all the windows. We say I am a PowerShell. Click double click on it, open my PowerShell. I can do like I.PHP. That's it with hello. How are you? I don't know character words Linux. Okay, that's so hello, how are you? So other option is so we got Windows Legacy Mini Player which are still used because the new one is too bloated. So you can say for example manage your services. So for example, let's say a service of, let me find one. Basically, set a service. For example, I have this Bluetooth server running. So I can stop it or set it to start automatically, manually, or just disable it. You can manage all the services running, for example, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, or etc. etc. So this is the run on upon this. You can simply place Windows R, but remote desktop setup, not going to run in. Various other options. I'm not going to go deep on it. Just do 6, 7, multiple 6, 9, 6, 2, 3. Character map. So character map shows like every single, like Unicode character. For example, let's see, I can click on it and I can like copy it and paste it somewhere. So I can like type here using it. System information. So it's system information. I want RAM, etc. Okay, so base file size. So basically, base file is your swap memory. You basically watch RAM. So when your RAM gets filled, Windows will create a page file which will use your hard disk as RAM temporarily. So it is called page file. So you can even control panel from here ironically. The computer manager which contains like all the option like the task culture, disk management, and even device manager. For example, if I do disk manager, so this is show my partition, which is my Linux partition and Windows. So I have a triple boot setup. It is LFS, Windows, and EndeavourOS. So command prompt, registry. So registry will allow you to change registry of a software. You can, for example, change the name of a software or the IDs. For example, when you like, for example, when you have this window and you see this top optional swiping, so you can disable it by using the registry tweak or like re-enable it if you want it. So let's see. So got task manager, which will open the Windows 11 task manager. Simply you can click on any version, click on in process. So Leave a like, comment, like, subscribe, follow me on GitHub, man. So that's pretty much it. I'm now going to sleep, man. So yeah, bye everybody.